Hello everyone, welcome to Bentley Systems Southeast Asia, and today we're going to learn how to create a traffic lane marking feature definition. Okay, so to start, first we need to create a line style. Next is we're going to create an element template, then we're going to create a feature symbology and feature definition. Lastly, we're going to test the lane marking feature on the road model if the lane marking feature is working just fine. Okay, so let's do it. All right, so here we have a lane marking. We call it type A. Okay, so our requirements for the lane marking is we have a 1 meter length and we have a point 15 in a width and a 1.5 interval of our type A lane marking. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is basically to create a cell that we'll use for our RSC file. Okay, so first I'm going to copy this and create for a segment, right? So something like that. And I'm going to perhaps move that. I need only a point 5 of that. Okay, so I'm going to move that right there and maybe 0.9. There you go. I need a 0.1 of that segment right there. Kind of 1% of that um, lane right there, right? So I'm going to use that later on for the creation of the cell of my RSC file or resource file of the line style. Okay, so next I have that one already right there. So I'm going to go to the home tab right here, and under the attributes group, we click and expand the line style, and over here at the bottom you will see the manage to open up. Click on it, and here we will see the line style editor. So from here we can be able to create the RSC file. So the RSC file is basically the repository or the library for the line style and or the font style. Okay, so let's create an RSC file for the line style. We click on the file over here and then select new. All right, so it's gonna bring you into our Explorer, and then we're gonna name this just simply traffic lane markings. All right, so hit save, and then there you go. So everything over here is now enabled, including the edit ribbon. Okay, so we click on the edit ribbon and then select the create, select on the name. Okay, so we're going to name this just simply traffic lane marking, maybe underscore type dash A. Okay, and then we're going to use that naming right there for point and then stroke and compound. So we're gonna copy that. All right, and then hit enter. There you go. And then next is click again on the edit, and then we're gonna create the stroke pattern, the point, and later on the compound to combine the stroke pattern and the point together, right? So click on the stroke pattern first. There you go. And then we are going to name that the same as the line style right there. So just copy that up and paste and then hit enter. So over here at the stroke property, we're going to populate this stroke pattern right here with the same as the line style parameter that we have right here. So in this case, we're going to segment this lane marking right here into, we're going to divide that segment into 10. So that's going to be 0.1 in the segment. That's why we have created this one right here in the length of 0.1, and then a width of 0.15. All right, so that's going to be what we're going to do here in the stroke pattern. All right, so we click on add. There you go, and then you can see the width already right there, or the length. That's going to be 0.1. Okay, hit enter right there, and then we're gonna create that 9 times because we have this one already, and then the last portion of it, the last segment, that's going to be 1.5 because we have the 1.5 right here. Okay, so I'm going to click here the add. So we have already 9 more to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then lastly, for the interval is 1.5. There you go. There. Okay. So we click on the second segment right there. We're gonna hit the value of 0.1. And enter. So next, that's going to be 0.1 again. This one right there. So this one is supposed to be 1.5. There you go. So we have our stroke right there. So from here, 1 meter divided into 10, and then 1.5 of the interval. Okay. So our length is fixed, and then the stroke type is gap, invert none, corners, break. Okay, so we're good into that. We select the file, ribbon right there, and then we save that. Okay, so now we are ready to create our point. Select the edit, select the create, and then select the point. There you go. So click on the naming here. So the same naming as we gave into our line style and then the stroke pattern. Okay, hit enter, and over here we're going to use this stroke pattern right here for the point. So select the base stroke pattern and then select the stroke pattern that we have just created a while ago. Select OK. There you go, and then you can see those strokes right there had been reflected. All right, so for the moment we don't have the cell yet. So the reason being why we created this one is we're going to place this as a cell into each of every strokes right there, or segments. All right, so make sure that you are in the drawing tab right here, and then go to the placement. We're going to place over here at the cell tool, we're going to place an origin over at this element right here. Okay, so define the place cell origin, click on that, and then over here click on the origin snap right there, and then place over here as the origin snap. Okay, there you go, left click, and if you select that element right there, you can see the origin button right here. All right, so we select this element right here, and make sure that you have your cell origin placed already in the center. All right, and over here the create button is already enabled. We select this create button. Okay, and then we're going to name that perhaps 15 cm lane marking. There you go, 15 cm lane marking. We're going to say OK, and then we are going to select that to be placed in here. Okay, select and then say OK. There you go, and then do it on the other 9 stroke patterns right here. Okay, so we're going to do it one by one. There you go. All right, for the interval right here, the interval stroke pattern, we don't put anything right there because it's supposed to be blank, just like what we see right here. It's a space. Okay, so we have already created a stroke, and then we're going to create, we have already created the point, And now we're going to create a compound so that we can be able to combine the stroke and point together. All right? So click on Edit, go to the Create, and then over here, we select the compound. Okay, there you go. So now we are in a compound. We select Insert, and then we're going to place the stroke first. Select the stroke, and then say OK. Insert again, and then select the point, and then select OK. All right? And then make sure you are selecting the compound right here. Okay? So let's name the compound right here the same name. Traffic lane marking type A. There you go. And then we select the edits, and then we say physical, so that the scale will not be changed when we change the scale. So whatever we see here is whatever we see in your drawing or in your 3D. Okay, there you go. And then we select this link right here so that we'll be able to link the traffic lane marking to the compound. So make sure you select the compound right here. Okay, edit and then link. There you go. And then we select the file ribbon right here and then select the save. Okay, so sometimes we'll just need to close this Linestyle editor and then close the application and open it again so that we can be able to see the output of our line style that we have created. All right. Okay, so let's try if the line style is basically working fine. Okay, so one thing to try that out is go to the drawing tab, and then under the placement group, click on the place smart line or any of that. Place line or arc tool, maybe we can try to place the smart line right here. Okay, we select our line style right here. That's going to be the traffic lane marking right there. Okay, and then we select the place smart line and try to creating a line. All right, so we try as well the arc. So let's say start, end, and mid. There you go. Okay, there you go. So our line style is basically working just fine. Now the next item is we're going to create an element template. All right, so creating the element template is you go to the Home tab, and then under the attributes, you will see here the element template section. So go to the bottom and then select the manage. Okay, so under here, we're going to create a new template group. Okay, so select the new template group right here, and then we're going to name that traffic lane markings. All right, there you go. And then from here, right click on the folder structure and then select the new template. Okay, so we're going to name that maybe just type A. There you go. Just type A, and over here we're going to select what level are we going to use for this kind of feature. So maybe let's go to maybe road lane. Yep, there you go. Road lane, and then the color, that's just going to be white, and then over here it's already selecting us traffic lane marking type A. All right, the weight is just 0. Okay, don't worry about it. It's gonna be creating the same what we see here. Okay, because we have already created a cell on it. Okay, so close this one for us to be able to save the setup. Right, we close this one, and there you go. We're done with creating our element template. So the next one is we're going to create our feature symbology and feature definition. All right, so the feature symbology and feature definition is located at the Explorer. Okay, so if you don't have this Explorer panel yet, go to the primary tab, select on the Explorer. There you go. And then under the Open Roads Standard section, you'll see right there, expand that structure and then expand the active file. Okay, there you go. So let's go and start with the symbology. Expand the symbology, and under the linear, right click, and let's create a new category. Okay, there you go. So you have the new category right here. We rename that traffic um, lane marking. Okay, and then we right click and then select the new feature symbology. Right, so there you go. So we just give it a name, um, maybe just simply lane marking type A. Okay, so from here we're gonna right click and click on the properties, and then we give it a element template. So remember, we have created already our element template. Okay, so from the defaults, click on here. There you go. So traffic lane markings, click on that. And just to be sure, we click as well on the element template right here on the 3D. So we select that one right there, traffic lane marking type A. All right. So we're done with our uh, feature symbology. Now we're going to create our feature definition. Okay. So select on the feature definition. So under the linear right there, right click, and then select the new category. All right. So the same from our feature symbology. We just follow um, the same format, traffic lane marking. There you go. And then right click again, select new feature. Name that the same as our feature symbology. Lane markings type A. There you go. Okay, so under here at the properties panel, you will see that it's looking for the feature symbology over here at the linear. Okay, so we're going to select the feature symbology over at the linear feature symbology. So we don't need to put on the profile feature and create template geometry. So on the create template geometry, we place it true. Okay, so over here at the second one, the linear feature symbology, we're going to select from the feature symbology. Go to the linear, all right, and then over here we're looking for the traffic lane marking. There you go, lane marking type A. Okay, so now we are ready. Okay, close the property panel, and then maybe you save and save settings, and then we're gonna uh, go here at the geometry over here, and then we try to create a line. Okay, maybe a line between points, and then we select our feature definition right there, and when we go to the linear, all right, let's go to the traffic lane markings, select the lane markings type A for the feature definition, and then we we just create that line right here. So you can see it's creating a line. All right, there you go. Now let's try if this is working with our corridor. Okay. Okay, so I have here my corridor. Okay, so I have my plan view and I have my 3D preview right here on the right portion. Okay, so now let's go to the geometry tab, and I'm going to use this offset and tapers to placing the lane markings. Okay, so I'm going to select this perhaps the single offset entire element. All right, so I'm going to use the offset value of 3.6, and for the feature definition, we're going to use the lane marking type A. So over here under the linear folder structure, we go to the traffic lane marking right here. We expand that out, select the lane marking type A right there, and then so we select this alignment as a reference of offset. There you go. So we say mirror. You can see right away the line right there. So by the way, before anything else, before creating um, the this alignment, I'm going to make sure to select the create 3D automatically. All right, there you go. And I'm going to do it again. Single offset entire element. So select this alignment right here. So the offset value is 3.6, and we're going to mirror that one right there. All right, so there you go. So your lane marking has been created, and then you can see it right away in the 3D preview, okay, as well as on the 2D. All right, so that is how we're going to create, or that is how to create your lane markings in a civil um, element form or with a feature definition. All right, so thank you so much, and hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe for more tutorial video. Thank you.